Good morning, friends. We're outside in my garden. Well, my front yard slash car area, which is grown shut with all of the plants everywhere. Like you see behind me, everywhere there is a lot of plants, and I think there's tarmac underneath. And I want to make this house look like someone actually lives here while we're not here. 2 days ago, I started on clearing out bits, and today I have some plants that I need to put in. I have my own hostas as well. Let's go for walkies. I have my own hostas, and I divided them from the hostas at my home, like my previous home. Baby hosta, look at that. Yes, right? And they can go into the place where talking hard. They can go in the front of the house and live on a shaded area because there's literally just like north facing border that I found. I will show you. Here we go. When I started working on this, I actually didn't know that we had flower beds here and that they had such a pretty border. I just wanted to stop the stinging nettles from stabbing me in the legs. Each time we come here, we try to pack the car full of all of the things that we need. Because the journey is 3.5 hours, it does not pay off to come back here with an empty car, for example. My mom taught me that basically you need to lay out your flower beds before you plant them, because then you can imagine how big the plants are going to be when they have grown up, so you can manage the distances, and then in betweeners, between the perennial plants, you can put in annual plants, because the perennial plants are not going to be the right size as adults when you start them from the babies. Baby sizes. So I'm just going to put these 2 massive hostas at each side of my door. Those are from my old house, and one of them is reverting back to being green instead of being variegated. So that's something different. Never have seen it happen, but that is pretty cool. So maybe I will split it up eventually and just have one green one and one variegated one. I don't think you can see me. I can't see anything, but I have planted the first bed and it looks lovely. Probably. I have put in my hostas and there's bleeding hearts, and I wanted to try to find astilbes, but I couldn't find them anywhere, so maybe I need to buy them online and see if then someone can deliver it to here. And some lupins. So basically things that might tolerate shade for a bit, because it gets the morning sun, as you can see, and then it gets the afternoon sun on the opposite side. Da 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 da! All planted. Super cool. And this is how it looks all planted. It's not blooming yet, but soon enough it will pop with flowers. We're in our kitchen. It's really sunny outside, and this board is literally boarding up this broken window. We're thinking about just opening it up. As you can hear, I don't know if you can hear, Mark's unscrewing all of it, and then potentially just changing the panes and seeing if there's screws there, like, and hinges, and we can just like pop the frames out. But let's see how light it gets here. It's very damp in this house, so the more sunlight and ventilation we could get in would be the best, right? Right? Fingers crossed. It does really change the ambience in the room, and I can't imagine how bright it would look if the door and the window was open at the same time. Most of the window sills are rotten here, and the plants, as you can see, are growing in them. I have done a lot of research, and sometime in the past the house has been repointed with a cement mixture, so that's the seams between the bricks is repointing. But behind the cement is a lime mortar, and because the bricks are, I think, pre-Georgian, so they're handmade and they are very, very old and they are weaker than the cement mortar. They are disintegrating. Like you see that, it just keeps falling off. I think I will need to take out all of the cement mortar very, very carefully and then repoint it with lime again, so the moisture can penetrate in and out of the house easier, because these houses apparently were built to just let the moisture in and then let the moisture out. But this house has been rendered inside with cement as well, cement render and cement mortar outside in the pointing, and it's just disintegrating at this point. I think we will get there. I will need to rebuild this patio eventually, I think. Maybe something with mosaic or something, but I don't know. There's so many options. Please let me know. What would you put in there eventually, you know? This gully was filled with about 10 centimeters of just glass shards from the window that's straight above, and that is broken. Yeah. And there was a maple growing in the pipe, which I didn't even know that there was a gully here. I presumed it because all of the pipes are going this way. But you can enjoy it with me. It was very satisfying to pull all of this glass out. Just kept finding more glass from all of the corners, like all of the moss had glass on the walls. There were so many earthworms with the glass, so I tried to pull them out and save them and then relocate them into the flower beds, because we want to keep the earthworms around. We do not want to get rid of them. Though my local jackdaws have started wandering the flower beds and throwing things around, like digging into the soil, because now they can, and looking and eating all of the earthworms. Yeah, so there's that. Okay, so I am clearing off the front of the cottage, but I'm starting from this corner because there was a lot of glass here, and it turns out there's a gully. It's really pretty, and it had a maple growing into pipe, like we think it's the overflow pipe from the well, and it was growing in, it was going in, then it came back out, and then it was growing on the side. So this would be the pipe. Now it's really pretty and really clean, and I found some bricks on the edge. It just looks so quaint. Everywhere where I look and go around, I find little surprises that have been overgrown. So I think this is gonna be an amazing journey. Yay! Except for maples. Maples are everywhere, literally everywhere. Now I just need to continue on and like sweep all of this. All of this is gonna go into a rubble. Most of the stuff from the front of the house I am composting because it didn't have any glass in it, and the little bits of plastic that are coming off of the cars or like taillights, because there's a lot of people crashing into our house apparently, that can go. I pick those out, and that can go into the compost without the plastic, of course. But here, all of this, how do I show you? All of this here, because the door was smashed, the window smashed, that's smashed, that's smashed, and there's a couple more in the front that have been smashed. So all of that glass is on the ground, and I will not be able to pick it out. I don't want to compost glass shards in a compost, especially if I dig into the beds later on when I have used it with bare hands and I get a cut and then I get infection and then potentially I die. I don't want that. So it's gonna go into hardcore rubble, and I will just sweep it up, put it in the bags, and we will take it to the tip. Guess what I found? I'm just so happy. I've always admired the houses with boot, like those things that you can pull the boots off without holding onto it. And guess what? I have one just there. It's cemented in. I have a house with the boot puller. I'm just so happy. It's literally like the best day of my life today. There's so many things to find. Okay, let's stop giggling about everything and just start working, because the sun's going down, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I need to finish this very fast. Here comes the time lapse. I didn't notice that my camera had stopped working, and I was just like plodding along and cleaning up. I have like 3 bags now on the go, and there's like a hardcore waste basket as well. I lost my jumper because it's too hot. Oh, but look how far I have gotten. See? And there's another gully. There. I don't know if I'm pointing right. Somewhere there, somewhere. We're gonna try to lift it and see what's inside. And we found another gully. This one I think is where the not the not the chicken, but the kitchen sink drains into. It is good to find these things when you are moving into new house, because when we bought the property, there's a questionnaire that comes with the house, and all of the things were no. So where's your electric meter? Don't know. Where is your gas meter? Don't have a gas. Where is your mains stop valve for the water? And that was no as well. So we will still need to find that, because we haven't found where is the mains water meter. There's just so many little things that we haven't found. I'm very careful here, because there are literally layers and layers of concrete that are basically coming apart because they have been poured one after another. I think there is a pipe that I'm sitting on, and it is going away from the screen, and that has been replaced at some point. So they have dug into tarmac and replaced it with layers and layers of poured concrete, and it's just flaking off. The manhole that's next to me, next to the purple bucket, well, the purple bucket's kind of sitting on it, you see that massive slab there? That is where a hole is. So the manhole cover is not actually covering all of the manhole. That will need to be fixed as well. But actually, I just really love how it looks at the moment, and I think it looks lovely and clean. I'm sad that I needed to take away so much wildlife and nettles and living things, but in the same time, it kind of looks like someone lives here now, doesn't it? It doesn't look so. I'm done. I am very tired. My back hurts. I've got 2 bins that I need to go through because there's some bits in there. I need to figure out which one's recycling and which one's not, and actually put recycling in the recycling one and the rubbish into the other one, because at the moment it looks like everything's in everywhere. So it's been just dumped. Behind that I have 3 these green bags that need to go to the tip with soil, grass and glass in it. Yeah. And then tomorrow I'll probably tackle this bit here. There's glass there as well. So all of the material I'm gonna lift from here is gonna go to the tip, to the hardcore. But I'm still stoked about that gully and about the boot cleaner / taker off. You know. I don't know the name of it. Please let me know. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Postscriptum. I think I need to put some flower pots here so that it breaks up the really grey and monotone tone of this courtyard. Okay, bye! Thanks for watching.